Chaos. I'm Odie Pixel, and I am, of course, joined by the one and only Fog. The draft is underway. We're ready to go, Fog. I'm excited for this one.
I'm excited.
I've not got to see any DC or Execration for a long time, to be fair. It's been a while since I've casted some of these guys.
I don't think we got to cover any of their games, right? No, I don't think so. I'm always hyped to cast me some Bulba, some Mason, my buddies here.
Yeah, with some speed drafting as well.
Yeah.
No hesitation from either side here with these openers.
This was the Epicenter EG opener right here. The Sanking Puck every single game they did. Very strong team fighting heroes. I like that opener a lot. The bans very appropriate from both teams. Execration's most played heroes are the Nightstalker and the Nyx.
Have we seen? I wonder
DC
if,
is the Meepo and Bat.
I was gonna say, in like every game against DC is like Meepo always banned. Like, is everyone just always banning the Meepo?
I'll tell you right now, they are not.
They're not. Not everyone is banning it.
Actually, nobody's banned it.
Oh really? No one has. So it's actually Execration coming in.
A lot of respect for their buddy, right?
For sure. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? They used to play.
They know him really well.
They used to have him. They used to know the power of the Meepo with him. So
Yeah.
they do not want to risk letting Arpeg getting it.
I mean, Abed probably would be saying, like, I know these guys. Me Meepo, I reckon, instill fear in their hearts. So, yeah, banning that first. Makes sense. Clockwork first pick is the big, like, whoa, from Execration.
Clockwork DK.
And
well.
DK.
Wow.
They've really been liking the DK. That is one
Okay.
thing I know when I was looking at them. They've been picking it first, too, with, like, Sanking and stuff. So this time around, I guess, they wanted to prioritize the clock. I'm not really seeing a big reason why they would just take it first.
10 seconds remaining.
Has it been banned against them?
No.
No.
Oh, well, LFY actually first two banned it against them, both series.
Oh, they must have
Both
their
games.
yeah, some good power with the clock, man.
Yeah, they must.
One of the strong ones.
Huh. I'm gonna look back actually more.
I mean, if LFY know it's good, you know, I'm gonna assume it's. You know
That's
what I mean?
Especially because
LFY.
of that. If LFY is banning it first too, something's up with that hero. At least especially.
Have
versus
LFY
this
played
team.
yet today? Have they still not lost a game? Oh, they're probably playing right now, aren't they?
I think they're playing right now
They're
because it
playing
doesn't
right
say they've finished.
It must be playing right now as well.
Omni Knight ban from DC. They clearly did their homework. Another one of the Execration specialties that they really like. Been last picking a lot of Omni Knight at least. The third, fourth ban. They just don't want to deal with some kind of cheese.
Drow ban. Definitely DC, they're a team to run some Drow strats.
Yep.
Especially once the puck's in there.
I think that's the the flex pick. That's what EG was doing a lot from Epicenters. The puck gets grabbed first too. Try to grab a Drow in the later stages and they can throw the puck in a lot easier.
10 seconds remaining.
Ban from DC. See what they want to take away from this potential pushing and skirmishing lineup if they have got this DK. Can expect Execration to be wanting to grouping up.
Yeah.
Taking those towers.
Some sustain hero probably for Execration would be something next on the menu since they have a Dragon Knight lineup. I don't know if I have a Dazzle. Falling out of favor. I think only OGs actually picked it. Something like that along those lines. I mean, Oracle can be good if you have an Oracle player, especially versus Sanking Puck. Heavy amount of magic damage that you can negate. But they still just ban out the Venomancer. From Execration, they've also been highly favoring Veno, as a lot of teams have been. And they're playing with a double blink lineup as the Sanking Puck. So having, no Venomancer makes a lot. Silencer. DC's really been liking this hero. Grabbing a lot of their games in the first two even. Either like the Silencer Bat, something like the Bat is banned out. What other options have? I know they've ran, I believe, the Silencer Enigma as well. Well, that gives them a lot of high cooldown ultimates, though. I don't know if they really want to get stuck on that entire mentality.
Do they pick up the Legion? DC? Is that one that they play around with?
Pretty sure that one's fallen out of favor. I know Forev used to like to play it, but I think recently he's not really liking that hero too much. Doesn't really fit the scheme of their games. Like they're a very team fighty kind of team, really, and I don't feel like LC really suits that.
There's the Lich.
The Lich.
We've seen this one be very popular over the last few days.
That's
very strong hero.
Yeah, helps the lanes out a lot. Definitely just growing in popularity. So many buffs that come out. People just really like the new Chain Frost hump slows, and it just guarantees your lanes. Makes it a lot easier to play.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll have to definitely still worry about that. I mean, that silence definitely feels like that pick is going to be an issue for Execration. I mean, Lich himself is not going to be building any early on to deal with that global. So if he doesn't get that Chain Frost out, his potential is going to be limited in these fights.
Yeah.
I guess if he's
At least there's a clock though to kind of like look for the
True.
backlines right from Execution to find that silencer. Be it the case. Nice. I was talking to Brax actually yesterday, and I was like, I think you guys should just pick Mason, Sven, and Lake, and
Yeah, really. I mean, we're seeing that we saw the power of the Sven already twice
Yeah.
today. It's this hero seems really, really good, and
I
I'm
mean,
a
he
little
fits
surprised
in
it's been under the radar for a while because he just has all the tools to be perfect. It's core. He's got a crazy good stun.
He's got a disable
He's
as a
got
core. It's a big
built-in
dream.
battle fury.
Yeah.
He has an ult that just does an insane amount of damage.
I mean, we've been saying it for
gives
a while, right?
This incredible armor buff to everyone. This hero's great.
From like right before Dream League when that
Yeah.
big patch hit, when Sven got that strength on his ult.
Yeah, with the ult.
Everybody was like, "Oh my God, Sven!" But we weren't even seeing it get picked up.
That did get
much.
nerfed a bit, didn't it? Right.
Yeah, it
Like
got
initially
reduced
it
a
was like
little.
ridiculous the amount of strength he
Yeah.
had, and then they did change it, but it's still
It's still really,
Really
high,
good.
and I
Really
mean the
good.
thing is that he's a BKB building hero
Yeah.
who also sieges towers, but also fights really well. So he ticks off so many of the markers that you want that you're carried to do.
Execration. What's their plan for the Sven? Obviously, at the moment, I mean, the cogs slightly annoying. They do have ways to make it
Yeah.
hard to get to his target. They're going to have the slow and such from the dragon form, Dragon Knight.
It can be annoying for sure. Clockwork's one of the best heroes versus the Sven.
Yeah.
They've got so many different ways of initiation though right now, BC. Be it the sanking the puck, the Sven can follow up, and then they a lot of initiation and counter initiation. Execration
Okay.
gets himself the Void. They have the Void Lich combo. They at least have that, but the rest of there's nothing else that goes inside the Chrono. DK and Clockwork
Yes.
commit nothing. Inside
Well,
the Chrono.
but DK in his range form.
Yeah,
I guess.
DK was for range form, sure.
But for sure, that's still it's that never in itself is going to be crazy amounts of damage
Yeah.
to take down heroes at least. I mean, and the Void, you can kite the Sven up, but at the same time, as you say already, with the lack of damage, and obviously Sven being a Sven, one of those heroes that even if you chrono, if you manage to get the war cry out, it's still very hard to kill him
Yeah.
if as long as he's not far behind in terms of farm.
They've got good ways of holding him down though now with Chrono and with Clockwork. With the cogs can
Yeah.
be very obnoxious,
I
but
just want to see a bit more damage
yeah,
for this last pick from Execration, and
definitely more damage. And the thing is that DC has very good lineup to deal with Void. They have
sure. Yeah.
two guaranteed stuns and 2 huge silences, which
A
is
lot
like
of
the dream
silence, yeah.
versus Void. They actually still banned the Enigma, and even though they have Clock and Lich and Void for the BKB piercing disables on the Black Hole, it's still too much to deal with because of that silencer. And DC has really been heavily favoring that for 4F.
I don't know why Execration could finish it up here, but they still need that secondary support. Unless, I don't know if our Execration wants to run the support clock and then put the Void in the off lane, and now they could still pick a safe laner.
They haven't played it very often. That's
So
the
maybe
thing, so
maybe they do a support clock. We'll see here with this last pick. And no, okay, so it's just going to be the core clock and support Scarif. So Scarif definitely offering that high damage output that we said they were lacking. Very good with the Chronosphere.
instant silence for
A lot
Puck
of
as
magical,
well.
yeah.
The instant silence is pretty nice for Puck.
And also, I believe, is this another new hero? But we had a Sky yet.
Oh, I don't think we have it.
I don't think we had
I
a
just
Sky
was looking
yet.
at it. Let's see.
I think that was one of the new ones, wasn't it?
I'm refreshing again.
It
That's
is?
a new one.
Hey, new hero, ladies and gentlemen.
So we had Clinks
Another
earlier,
one done.
and now we've got Skywrath. So now we've only got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heroes that have not been picked in the Dota 2, and of course,
Now we have it.
nice.
And I think if there was a game to pick Scarif, yeah, there certainly seem to be good strengths for it here. So
Yeah, it's got strengths. They've got a little bit more team fight and stuff, but they've got no sustain with a Dragon Knight kind of pushing. I'm curious why they picked the Dragon Knight first too. I guess maybe
Yeah.
just because of the Puck, so they have that matchup. You know, well, it's not an instant stun anymore, but it's a pretty good stun versus Puck like that. How does DC round it off? They take the Nature's Prophet, so a heavily pressuring offlaner really mess with Skywrath. I mean, Skywrath actually just gets owned by Nature's
I mean,
Prophet.
yeah,
like,
that
in
the
laning
harassment
phase.
in lane. Yeah, he is going to be able to zone that Sky back.
I'm really liking DC's draft.
I
in
got to
comparison.
agree. I mean, I'm at the moment on the Sven hype train. Really, this
Yeah,
hero
me
is,
too.
is so good.
The Sven hype train. I'm on the Sven hype train and the Silencer hype train, and I was previously on the Puck hype train during
Yeah.
during like epicenter and all that. And I look at DC's lineup and it's more well-rounded. Execration, they've got building hitter from the DK, sure, but they're just like, let's take a look at their actual like lockdown and disable. Other than ultimates, they've got the Dragon Tail, and then other than that, it's like Chronosphere. Everything else, they don't have like some kind of stun or something in these team fights. While DC has Sanking Stun, Puck spells, Sven spells as well. Definitely liking what DC's bringing to the table with their draft.
Could we see Execration switch something up in terms of the lanes? Is there any chance for them to do some sort of aggressive laning to go head to head with the Sven? And I mean, as you say, maybe even try and get a 1v1 matchup. But I guess even in a 1v1, does the clock do that well against a Nature's Prophet?
No, he gets crushed.
Doesn't. Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, he gets crushed. Because even if you are able to isolate Nature's Prophet, well,
yeah,
he's gonna have he can
yeah,
put treants, or
up.
you can like sprout yourself and push yourself out of the cogs. I mean, that's you probably want to sprout level to 4, but yeah, so you're just gonna get right clicked. And we've seen a lot of these Nature's Prophets. They start with boots, they get like Orb of Venom into phase boots, and they just right click you all day, and you can't really even. Let's see if Execration's able to make this draft work, because they got a new hero, and we're happy about it.
Yeah, we're yet to see Skyra. We'll see if they can set it to 100% or a 0% win rate. Deal with this one.
So they're sending Clockwork to the safe lane with a poor man's shield.
Oh, so they are doing it.
Are they doing an aggro?
They are, but as you say, this is what you're going to be a little worried for this clock in the 1v1.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely worried. The thing is that they're trying to hurt the Sven, but DC's tri-lane's pretty strong. Dual stun with the Silencer. Silencer's really annoying to lane against, and it's not like Execration has a kill lineup.
Do you think this is Execration looking to get the tri-v-tri, or do you think they were like, look, they picked Nature's Prophet?
I think they're just trying to
get
dual lane.
Okay.
I think it's just the Lich Void and the Skywrath Clock bottom.
Okay.
Lich Void top is fine because they can just deny, and then they can actually punish the Sven a bit with it. But I mean, Skywrath started with a null, so he wants to be able to throw some heavy harassment. Maybe start mid to give DK a good start, and then move down bottom. We'll see which one we want. Oh, DC actually finds the ward, so Mason's gonna be able to clean that one up, get himself a nice bonus 100 gold. But yeah, I'm looking at this Sven Silencer combo. Like Sven pops God Strength, once he has like Mask of Madness blink, blinks in, they pop global, and he kills anybody.
Yeah,
that's what I've been seeing happen a lot of times.
They can do in reaction to that sort of play. And bottom lane, Raging Potato, harassed away from the rune. They'll grab that one decent. So Execration will get the top in return, so they still do get the 2.
Swapping lanes. Don't want to put Mason versus that that Lich Void. They're down toward bottom. They'll have 4F get a TP scroll from the side and TP top. So that's better. Sven will be able to free farm like this, and Nature's Prophet doesn't really care if he's, aggroed by any means. You can always use treants to either pull the wave or last hit a little bit extra. They need Mason to have that free farm. It's a little bit of a better laning setup though for Execration, because now they're at least having to have the Void free farming. Clockwork should get a little bit out of this bottom lane. It's not like they can just straight up kill him right away.
Mid lane at the moment. That's going to be where Lumit's going to put himself, and indeed you say with that null, use that bigger mana pool to spam out as much as he can against Arbed to cause issues for him as he starts this lane against the DK. Pulls, which said, being made by RR. We'll see how much Forever can do in terms of harassment for Nando. But with the poor man's and the Quelling Blade, kid it up to hold his own lane. I mean, mid lane, this is definitely going to be annoying for Arbed.
Yeah, how to guarantee that your DK has a good matchup. Start mid like that.
He gets the salve out to himself. Lumik again, wrapping around. No intention of leaving this lane anytime soon, as he really is just going full in, making sure that Arbed can't get anything, and it's certainly paying off in terms of the CS. James, 11 for 3, Puck, just 3 CS at the moment.
I was just watching Bulba. He missed all the last hits inside of the pull camp. Missed all 3.
Oh, come on
Bulba.
Come on, Sam.
I know the thing is that's actually pretty important. When you miss all your last hits as supporting your pull, you just missed 80 gold. Stuff does add up. He's able to claim the bounty at least, but the keep chain.
And he's drawing the Void away from the lane. So Frev getting a good time up here. Not too much CS at the moment on Nando. So at the moment, pretty much focusing, having that Sky at the mid at the start. James is the one to get this early farm. See if Arbed can catch back up already now. I mean, as soon as Lumik's out the lane, the space is there for Arbed to start farming back up a tree. Not feeling too worried about the solo DK.
Yeah. So now they switched it up. They know that Void's in a 1v1 matchup versus Nature's Prophet, and they know that Nature's Prophet top, so Lich wants to be able to follow around that Sven. Port's bottom, starts denying a bit of farm from him. Thing is that now it's you know, Nature Prophet's going to be free farming top, and he's going to be able to pressure the Void a bit, and even going to be able to pressure the tower a good amount. And it's, you know, at least the Clockwork's going to get a bit more out of this, but I still would think that DC is winning these 3 lanes. Well, 2 lanes. The mid lane is a little bit James' favorite because of the Skyrat Star.
Yeah, but I mean, with this out wave, Arbed, he is catching up.
Yeah, he should
But
be
that
able to.
lead is going to be pretty much gone.
Yeah, once you get the double null on the puck, you can start always last hitting and putting pressure, a little bit of pressure. But yeah, DK now level 4, at level 2 Dragon Blood. There's a way that you can harass him by yourself. If you want to go for a kill, you need extra rotate.
Boba heading down towards the bottom.
Still on level 1.
Phase boots now on Forever. Be able to give the baseless foil a little bit more of a punch and try and keep Nando out of this lane. Nando has been able to get in and keep the CS up, as he's only just slightly behind Forever at the moment on that top lane. Still mid, James with the lead. Arbed closing the gap though.
Forever didn't go for the oof build. I really do like the oof build that I've been seeing. The phase boots. It's been really strong. I don't know, it's not a crazy amount of damage or anything, but it's just enough to be that annoying.
Mid lane, trying to make a bit of a go here onto Arbed. Look at the kill, nonetheless getting a fair bit of harassment. Arbed actually purchasing another salve. Will try and stick around in lane, just get that sent out. Doesn't miss out on too much at all.
Bulba in the meantime, just jungling with Sandstorm, while Mason's trying to pull and try to do some of this giant stack that's going on down bottom. He doesn't want Execration to be using that to pull his lane back all the time, deny himself farm. Just a Raging Potato, farming under the tower. Almost level 5 on the Clockwork, so at least he's going to have a really good game. That's the one thing. It's going to be very nice for them to have a farmed, leveled Clockwork versus this Sven. He can make a lot of happen actually on the map versus like Silencer, Nature's Prophet, and Sven. Here we go. First smoke rotation looks like it's going to be coming up from DC, but actually Clockwork able to find Dubu in the sidelines there. Stop the team. He's isolating Mason now. Raging Potato. Won't be able to find the kill so much, but putting a lot of pressure onto DC.
Pulling them both out of lane. The Shrine is up though now, so they will at least have that to fall back upon. Mid lane, Lumik coming forward again. Bulba was there though, just to block off any sort of rotation that could come in.
And Bulba, they really want to go for the smoke play with Dubu and Bulba. It's that nighttime smoke that we see so often from many teams between that 4 and 6 minute mark. Having the first rotation be unexpected.
See if Dubu can do anything. It's going to be hard with him on his own way he is at the moment. In fact, Lumik's going to spot him out.
You putting a ward? Where's Dubu going?
Just chilling on the high ground.
Dubu actually just walked over there without a ward or anything, just to try to maybe go for like a wraparound play, but
very hard, as you said, there to wrap around
they've
on
got
James.
Coil now,
Okay.
and Nature's Prophet ulti.
Yeah, with that as well, and Arbed on the high ground, they should be able to finish him off. The curse ticking him down. James, will he fall? Fairy Fire keeps him alive though. He gets out. Sprouts there onto Lumik, so DC will get a kill. James, he's going to look to turn. Comes in with the Dragon Tail. Or forward, bursts through one of the charges on the infused raindrops. Arbed hiding in the trees. Have they got the damage to bring him down? They do.
And Bulba's going to live as well. So that was beautiful rotation from DC there. Nice timing too. As soon as they hit level 6 on Puck, as soon as they hit 6 on Nature's Prophet, double ulti's thrown out, and that's the damage they need. It's just enough damage. So you see how tanky this Dragon Knight is anyway. They need to have everything as possible, because if they don't have Bulba's stun, they don't have a hard lockdown other than Ninja Coil to be able to.
Yeah, lots of damage being done by that Nature's Wrath. 1300 coming through at this 6 minute mark. Making all the difference there and setting up for very nice play indeed. As we can see, overall the 3 highest CS slightly in a better position, evened off across the map for DC. James still at the top. The side lanes showing a slightly different story. Nando's going to come towards the mid lane. thinking about going for the Chrono play here, and he will get it straight in. Beautifully done there. Clips both of them. Silence there onto Arbed. Can they get Dubu as well? He's going to try for the TP out. Where's the bash?
Oh, the
There's
bash.
the bash. Execration. Very nicely done there with that movement from Nando. Coming into the mid lane. They get the tower deny as well. Perfect Chrono play.
Yep. That bash. Dubu's probably feeling pretty bad about that. I think he was safe.
I don't know. He was down pretty quick.
Right. I don't know.
It would have been close. It would have been close.
Forev during this, get a lot of damage on bottom. I don't think that way efficient toward mid. And Lich has still just been sitting bottom the whole game. Been about 8 minutes of him being down here, just trying to hold Sven off.
Classic Lich item build at the moment.
Yeah, nothing. You know. Mason though left that lane a while back. He's Mask of Madness farming top and jungle. So Mason's feeling really happy right now. I'm pretty sure DC's in a very comfortable spot at this moment to get some invasion going on. Boba finds Raging Potato very low.
Easiest kill of his life. Rev and Duper coming for the action. +2 there. Arbed's actually there with the wraparound. Comes in with the 2-man Dream Coil. The Silence as well. Lumic taken down. James stuck in the trees. Bulba comes through with a Burrow Strike. And Dubu getting intel like it's no tomorrow. That's going to be another +2 up to 8. And DC with the movement through the jungle. Really catching Execration off guard there. Fighting around the shrine as well and coming out on top.
Yeah, that was the, it's a core clockwork, and he was running around at like 100 or 200 HP. And he's level 6 with phase boots. So it's his time to really shine and make those skills happen. So Forev might be the culprit here bottom. He's looking for it. There's no mana for the Bow Power Cogs. Now there is with the stick charges. Forev should die here.
No escape for him, especially with Lumic's presence. So Execration able to get a kill back in return against GC. Of course, whilst this all is going on, Mason playing very nicely with the farm game. Gets a good timing on the Mask of Madness. Straight into the jungle, as we can see both him and Forev at the top of the net worth at the moment. And this pacing that Mason's going to be able to set, it's going to be quite hard for Execration to keep this Sven tied down.
Yeah. And there's some ancient stacks too. They're not massive, but they're 2 double stacks. Nando is the one who's still farming very well. Sticking toward the top. Same thing with James. Almost with that Shadow Blade finished up for the Void.
Interesting build. I can't remember the last time actually I saw a Void go for the Shadow Blade first at least. But as we've seen, especially with the fact that they did have that last big Skyrim, they do have a lot of damage to throw into the Chrono. So as long as they can catch these heroes, especially with like Arbed playing these squishier cores, this Puck. If you lock him down, you're going to be able to kill him. So it's all about the Chronos.
Yeah, he's acting as that big counter initiator on the Void, or that one who finds it to split push, be it the Nature's Prophet or the Puck or the Sven on the sidelines. Raging Potato, eating a lot of harassment bottom. He's able to break those phase. Very speedy, able to get out. James and Nando should be able to take out this top tower quite easily now. Between the 2 of them. Mason farms up the Ancients. The circle being drawn by Forev looks like, yeah, we don't need to play around the top side really at all. We have more of the map to farm. We have like about 2/3, well, Execration only has 1/3 of the map to farm, but definitely have a little bit more resources for DC. And very good warding from DC this game. One parked up in the mid lane, one near the shrine. You can see those rotate behind, top or bottom. James and Potato getting this set up right now.
No. He's got a Chrono. He's on his own, unlikely to have the damage, but indeed, yeah, bottom lane. They get the kill, but there's the return play from Arbed. Lays down the coil, Raging Potato falling low. Looks like he will just be able to outlive this curse as he survives. Indeed, it is just once again Forev going down.
Nando top. Do they have the damage? I don't think they do. No Nature's Prophet TP either. Fine.
Just let's see beef with those early game items. Having the raindrop, Keeler and Poor Man's, keeping him alive from that sort of play.
If Mason had God Strength there, it was perhaps a kill, but it was still on cooldown for a moment. Continuing that farm. Dubu making sure to continue stacking that Ancient. Dubu actually gets rooted up and clapped. Eat that Dubu.
Oh, those pesky Prowler Shamans.
We'll be able to get that triple stack going though, so Mason with his next God Strength will farm that.
Might be able to stack both of them. No, Mason not quite.
No, Mason's not in time for it. Wanted to be able to clear the hard camp first and then refarm the hard camp afterwards.
Look at the level 6 on RR. Execration. Definitely offers some team fights.
Yep, they've got Arcane Boots and Smoke on Lumic with the Chronosphere ready online.
Yeah.
Trying to blaze around that.
Maybe ideally wanting to get that Shadow Blade on Nando before they bring the Void into the fray again.
He's pretty far though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends how most they want to keep the fights going in. But DC are actually the ones to smoke up here. Could get messy.
They've got Global. They do have Global.
They got Veil as well done on Arbed.
They have so much information on the map too right now. They just saw the Clockwork top. Now they see Clockwork and Void and Skywrath top. And they see the Dragon Knight mid. Courier was killed though. Where the hell did the Courier die?
I have no idea. It
you
didn't
see
look
that?
like they were.
I didn't even see anybody near it.
Who's feeding the couriers?
Where the hell was it? I can't even find it. My courier option is not working.
Here we go,
Alright, mid
middle.
lane.
Yeah, open up with the Burrow Strike, Epicenter as well. Sandstorm's down. They are going to lose the Dragon Knight. The Dream Coils connects onto both of them. are connected, taken down. Nando does get the Chrono. There's the ult. Mystic Flare laid down. They'll get Arbed in return. Raging Potato coming in from the sidelines with the hook shot, but Bulba's there. Burrow Strike trying to hold them back, but basically gets bashed up. Execration taking down 3 with the time dilation now. Looking towards Dubu. Where's the bash? There's the bash. Dubu taken down as well. Execration get 4. They do lose 3 in return. But overall, the numbers going their way. And as we're seeing again, just playing really nicely around these Chronospheres.
Did he get the Global off late? Because I saw Chain Frost go off before, while the fight was coming up. So I think the Global actually came out a second late. That Chain Frost actually really hurt them. It did a chunk of damage, but it was mostly the Chronosphere and Raging Potato coming in towards the back lines. So
Yeah, that wrapped around a lot.
that is the scary thing. Is like that's what we were saying. Is the Sven can suffer versus those heroes because they are naturally very good versus him. But Mason's still gonna. He's still trying to get online. He's still, still not at his strength. Void is super strong lately. This hero has been really owning in the group stages, it does seem. He's been seeing a lot of picks though, so his win rate at first was like 90% and then it got picked like 15 more times in one game and dropped down to 60%, but full Shadow Blade finished up. He's got the Diffusal queued up too. Diffusal's gonna be really nice this game to remove that Warcry. Just that extra little damage he gets in the Chrono.
I think DC's best bet really is to kind of pull an Empire and just, get this Fem farming.
Yeah. Get
Keep
his
Mason
Blink
out of the
Dagger.
fights. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty much got it. And these, getting the Blink at this stage as well. Sure, it's great for fights, but it's so efficient for farming. Having the Blink and the Mask of Madness, you can just sweep up so much of the map.
Then they have 2 ways to really start the fight because Puck didn't go for the Blink Dagger first.
No.
Abed usually tends to go for the Veil, so then Sven will have Blink, and I think Bulba's nearing his Blink too, so they'll have double initiations with the Global, which will be really nice for them to get. We see Clockwork going for the Bone 7 build, the old school build. He's got an Orchid queued up.
Okay.
Clockwork.
Look at this down bottom. Nando does have Chrono in 5 seconds. Could try and hunt Arbed down with the Shadow Blades back up in 9. I think Arbed, is he aware of something going down? He's still sticking around. Now he's going to go for the TP out. And not a moment too soon, as Nando would definitely have come hunting for him, as you can see with the Shadow Blade and that Chrono searching the trees. But yeah, Arbed's already out. Arbed with the game set.
James able to pick up this tier 1 tower mid. They didn't really see anybody else on the map on the side of DC, so they didn't know if anyone was behind him, but James was quite alone there. It was just Potato. The Orchid build gets this Orchid very early. It can make massive troubles for Abed in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's
can
going
isolate
to be
Abed,
pretty
it's-
unexpected. I guess now, though, they see the Oblivion stuff, that's where what's going on. In fact, Rage Potato straight in. There we have it. Finds himself for Rev. Just knocking back with the Sprout, and Rage Potato will TP away. Unable to find the kill. I mean, too many things around.
Straight
Soak up
Orchid.
the battery assault.
Straight Orchid for 4F. He's actually got it already. Nice and early. Going for that Shadow Blade next, so he can not worry so much about those Clockwork cogs unless he has Dust, of course. And, so he can always split push. The Silence will be... The Orchid will be really nice versus the Void if they're able to actually find him. But now they have to make sure to carry Reveal properly since they're playing versus... You can see the Shadow Blade on the Void, so we have to see Dubu and... I would say Dubu carrying Sentries and Bulba probably carrying a Dust and or Sentries.
Bulba's nearly got his Blink Dagger. He's pretty much got it. So, start to see that extra bit of catch to the jump out and just to make sure they can I mean, in a lot of these situations, really just stunning up and killing the Scarif at the start, as we've seen. So even if the Chrono does come out, there isn't the threat of that Mystic Flare coming down. And, immediately wiping these squishier heroes like Arbed's pup. It's caught in the Chrono.
They're looking to set up for Nando. They see him bottom. Find him though. Just yet. They do have, like you said, Blink though. And he picks up the dust. Good job. The Dubu actually bought the dust. And the sentries. Yes. Good job, guys.
Get him though. I mean, they're hiding in the tree line, Lumic. Nando. Yeah, they've seen him. There we have. There's the jump. They have enough damage to knock him down. Global's coming out. They really aren't messing around. There's the epicenter sentry there as well. Takes a lot, but it does get the kill done.
Super worth it. They have to expend Global and Epi and Wrath of Nature, but they still have Coil, and during all this, Mason was farming. He ports down just in case, though. Like, that's a really smart thing a carry can do. You know, they don't know exactly what all of Execration was. They're taking a fight. So instead of Mason just sitting top and farming, he has to be at least in the area to fight. So TP's down even though he's not exactly needed. Very important for your carry players to recognize those kind of decisions. Lumic, Abed's going in with Mason.
Yeah, straight away though, Raging Potato comes in with a hook shot. Chain Frost is out as well. They're trying to force DC back, but the side of Execration have already lost Lumic. Abed with the orb and the phase shift will be able to jump out. DC get everyone out of there. Execration do put an end to the push.
That was a crazy dive. They at least get out. It looked like it could have been pretty costly for DC, but with the Void respawning a bit late and some maybe unfortunate bounces, they
Nando's hunting.
get lucky.
If he finds Arbed, he could just straight up chrono and kill, but Arbed is getting all the way back. Spam ping's actually coming out. They were aware that Nando would be doing that.
Knew something was up.
And Nando, I mean, with this build as well, really investing in fully getting the chrono off. He's going straight for the BKB, dropping the defusal.
Doesn't go, okay. So he's very concerned with all the amount of silences. The Orchid from Nature's Prophet, the Global from the Silencer, but then also just the amount of magic damage that DC does have.
As your Orchid complete on Raging Potato.
That's early, like 19 minutes.
And a Clockwork Orchid, not bad.
That's like Phase Orchid earn. Pretty damn good. And it's unexpected. I still don't think that they'll really know. I mean, he can kill Abed by himself here if he finds a good chance. He sees Abed isolated.
Especially with DD.
He's doing it.
He's gonna go for it.
The Orchid. He didn't get the cogs up though, and Bulba's there. Uh-oh.
Oh no, this
could be bad for Potato now.
They can turn around on him here. They get the silence. Oh no, he had great intentions, but he's gone. I mean, he went for it.
He went for it, dude.
He went for it.
They're able to get bottom tower at least out of it.
Space created.
Yeah, space.
Maybe overestimating the potential as the Orchid clock, as he does hookshot himself into his own fate.
He's got to be able to get those cogs off. I don't know, maybe he didn't. He definitely saw Bulba too, though. He just felt like he could get the puck anyway.
Bottom left top lane. There's the jump. Global Silence comes out. It's not going to be enough to save Forev.
Oh, yeah, not a good global there.
It's just going to be a global and retreat.
Yeah, they're going to wait. That's 20 seconds wasted. Maybe this is where Execration can actually capitalize a lot on this. They have global online. They have all their ultimates ready to expend. Could see a smoke come out. Maybe they try to get a good spot, but lanes are in a bit of trouble. Mid lane needs to get pushed out, otherwise it's way too obvious that they're going for a play. And the Lich is at least showing there, but I still believe that DC is going to know that a play is happening here because no one else is showing and pushing and shoving that lane out. I think they just got a glimpse of the Dragon Knight for a second.
Yeah, they definitely saw Lumic coming around there.
Yeah. DC knew. They knew something was up because of Vince.
Mason's on his own. And he does not have a TP.
He looks very dead.
Yeah, they got back.
Orev's coming in actually, though.
I mean, can they turn for Raging? They'll look to do so with James. There with the Dragon Tail. Raging Potato will go down. Mason surely doesn't survive it. Oh, wait, hang on.
The armor.
Forev with the Shadow Amulet. They're going to get him out.
That dodged the hit, didn't it?
I believe so. He
looked
Shadow
like
Amulet and he managed to dodge something. Mason survives. Forev. Definitely Forev there with that play, keeping his Sven alive. Beautifully done there.
I was trying to refresh the stream
Nando's
to see if it dodged it, but I couldn't find out in time.
Nando was so ready to just drop that chrono in the tree line that did cancel cast it.
That was okay. Very clutch. That extra bonus strength that Mason gets from popping God Strength actually makes him live, and the Shadow Amulet usage from Forev. Very, very clutch.
Nando straight up to the top, sweeping in. Has the chrono. No follow-up at the moment. could try for a Dubu kill.
There's TPs coming.
He's
He's
gonna
going
look for
in
it.
for Dubu.
Yeah. He should get it. Yeah, one bash is all that he needs. He'll get a couple of them. Does take the Dubu kill. There's the chrono down for 2 minutes though.
This could be where now DC makes something happen when Dubu respawns to Global's back online. They know that chrono was just used. Make sure they get the lanes out though. That's what's important. Yeah, look at Dubu drawing on the map.
Mason.
He's like push up bottom lane with Abed, and then we can actually try to make a smoke play and wrap around to go for that mid tower. At least that's what I understood it as.
Yeah, Mason's gonna BKB as well. He's just a couple of gold away from it. So that'll be there ready for the next push. God strength back up. Yeah, whether they want to push, whether they want to take Roshan. Definitely two opportunities whilst that chrono's unavailable.
But yeah, this is what they're doing. Again, the BKB bottom lane is now pushed out properly. The option. Just saying. Here they are gathered. Boom. Chrono still on cooldown. Gotta seize the opportunity. Bulba drops a dust for his buddies. Abed grabs it. Warrior continues to shove that lane bottom to get a good fight.
See what kind of jump DC can get from this high ground. Raging Potato out on his own at the moment.
Oh, they're gonna find him. Oh, Dubu's
just
smoke
on the
breaks. They
outside
know
of
that
it.
someone's in the area now.
Yeah,
And
there's the jump. Whoa, he just get the hook shot off in time. The stun still connects. It looks like it will be Reggie Potato the one to be in trouble though, as the war cry comes out from Mason, allowing Brave to have that movement speed to maneuver his way away from the clock. DC get themselves the kill. Same time though, Bulba did get taken down in the middle lane. But they did have to commit the Chain Frost.
Chain Frost,
Yeah.
DK ulti, and Skywrath ulti for Bulba.
That's a lot for Bulba.
Yeah.
DC again, and that's very close. Definitely making the slightly better trades.
I mean, the Clockwork got Orchid and has died, I think, 2 times?
Yeah,
Twice? 3 times?
I mean, I guess this is the thing with this. Whenever you're playing a hero and you rush the Orchid, there's just this very specific period of time that you have to do something with it. Otherwise, you're getting to the point where Abed is going to have a Yule Scepter pretty soon. And then suddenly the effectiveness of this Orchid is just not going to be that massive at all. You've got BKB on the Sven,
Yeah.
Shadowblade on the Nature's Prophet. Lots of ways of disengaging, even if you're silenced.
That tends to be the reason why we don't see that build too often. We usually see like the Blade Mails, the Force Staffs, just because it suits your actual job in the game. Like sure, okay, the Orchid, he can get pickoffs on the sides if he's able to do it right when he gets it. But then if they do get those like duels and everything, then that's actually becomes a useless item at one point where it's just like we actually wasted so much gold and he could have been having higher impact. And he's unable to make it work. If he gets a couple kills with it, I think we could definitely say that it paid off, but so far, absolutely not.
Mason, all the space in the world down here as he claims another tower. Nando does have Chrono back up, so we'll see if they're able to get themselves that perfect fight, but there we have it, Abed with that Yule's complete. It's going to feel a lot safer around the playing field now from this moment onwards.
Yeah, and that's he's kind of missed his timing window already as the Clockwork with the Orchid. Maybe, I mean, you can still find like Bulba, but other than that, the Orchid isn't really there to kill any of the other heroes. Like, what, he's not going to Orchid for Furion to kill the Furion. Not the ideal usage. So BKB finished on Void. Looks like Execration's trying to use all their ultimates, trying to take advantage right now, but Global is online.
There we go, Global out, so there's no chance for the Chrono. Mason's got vision on it, the stun comes through from Bulba. That's going to be one down. BKB's coming out from the both of them. Sprout there, onto Lumic, holding him in position. He'll try and turn the Mystic Flares, not enough damage. He's going to get taken out. Chain Frost will get thrown out in return. Raging Potato comes in, will be able to bring down Forev. They get Potato from Bulba though, bringing Raging Potato down low. That Chain Frost did a lot of work, but still Mason's alive. He's chasing down the Potato. Potato a little bit too quick for him. Lose a third. James jumping forward now, entering into the fray. Can he get a lock onto anyone? Doesn't look like he can.
I think DC should be happy with this and try to get out.
A 3-for-2 trade. Still, one of that to favor DC only slightly. You can see with the golden XP, pretty close.
That instant global by Dubu was perfect.
Yeah.
Void unable to get Chrono. If he's able to get Chrono, there could be it would probably be a completely different fight because Execration, the Dragon Knight and the Clockwork are still really hard to bring down, especially the Dragon Knight with Lich armor sitting at like 30 armor and a BKB, so that magic immunity. Nice thing I actually did not point out during the draft is, you know, the Lich was picked up kind of early, and then last pick Nature's Prophet. Those treants actually soaked almost the entire Chain Frost. There was, you know, because you get the +4 treant summon, there's 9 treants instantly whenever Chain Frost pretty much thrown out. Pretty cool kind of counter that DC is running in that different fashion.
Mason with his build as well this game. Assault Cuirass. A little different to what we were seeing earlier from Rezo, where Rezo loves to get his crit. And Mason gearing up something that's going to better benefit his team, especially if they get chronoed, and great for the pushing as well.
Yeah, great for the pushing, great for his teammates, and I mean this doesn't help versus the slow of the Lich armor, but you know that minus armor at least kind of makes it so it's not really there anymore.
Smoke up impact from Execration is, as you mentioned, the way that last fight, when they do still have that chrono, they didn't get the chance to use it, but kind of window's gone again as Dubu has the global silence back up.
Yeah, feels like it's up so often, even though it's a 2-minute cooldown. James, level 18 now, so he's got the level 3 dragon form for that slow that they get from the Frost Dragon, and almost has a halberd finished up, so that'll be very useful versus Mason, both of them in conjunction. To at least kite him. And they're building a solar crest as well on the clockwork, so they're gonna have a lot of evasion stacked up versus the Sven.
Obviously though, with Perez's build, he can look to get that Bloodthorn done eventually.
That's very true.
First of all, he's looking to try and get that BKB found out. Nando keeping down again. I mean, DC seems to be pretty aware of these movements and immediately backing off in that top lane push.
DC feeling good amount in the lead. They're not huge, you know, it's only 2k lead, but they picked themselves up a gem so that they can not worry so much about that annoying Shadowblade Void, and also not letting Execration get deep. Execration did make a smoke rotation earlier, so they probably expected some wards. So far, Execration has no wards on the map now. Trying to be able to push these lanes out, but it's hard for them. Like, if you look at their draft, who's the one who really pushes the lanes out and wants to be able to help them set the fights up? It's only really Dragon Knight who forces lanes out hard, while you look at DC, they have Sanking, they have Puck, they have Sven, they have every one of these heroes shoves lanes out and makes them take fights in better positions in comparison.
Nando? We're just spotted out by this ward. He did time walk into this, and indeed DC want to capitalize on it straight away with the Boris try the God Strength. He's gone. Reggie Potato hookshots, simply hookshots into an epicenter. Execration just lose 2 like that. DC with the ward game, with the quick reactions, just blow them up immediately.
Gem and the vision advantage. That's what we talked about in the last series. The vision in these games is so damn important at this high level. Oh, it goes down.
Top lane, Lumic. Didn't even get the deny. There's a chance for it there, but he just lets it go. DC get another tower. And they also get the Roche as well.
Keep thinking he's saying Lumi. I'm like,
Lumi?
Lumi? Where's
Lumi?
So DC overall, though, have been playing really smartly in the places that they take fights to. Every single time it's been them on the high ground when Execration takes the fight, be it near the shrine. That one time that happened here, we're looking right now, and then just before on the enemy shrine. It's just high ground advantage is super important in Dota, because you get the vision first. Exactly how the fight's going to play out at the start of it. That's what Nando's gotten 3 times now? 2 times? That he's just gotten instantly killed before the chrono comes off?
He's really not had a chance to use that chrono at all recently. Despite going for this BKB build.
Yeah,
Wow.
he wanted to go for the Shadow Blade so he can be kind of cheeky and get into the fights, but the gems and with the Sentry Wards and just the overall map control and awareness by DC, he hasn't been able to get those good chronos too often. Mason, AC about to be finished up. Oh, sorry, silencer. Solar Crest, Dubu's got items, holy crap. Dubu never gets items, in this. Very rarely. Very good item this game versus the Void. Probably wants to get himself a 4-staff next if possible, him and Boba. Boba actually going for the Yules instead. They don't really feel like the clockwork's too much of an issue in that case.
I mean, certainly in the last 10 minutes or so, it certainly seems to have felt that way. Raging Potato unable to contribute too much. He just sips in. The hookshot gets taken down, but the Solar Crest now may start to certainly help him in that aspect, but Obviously with the build he has, no sort of blade mail to put DC off from committing and killing him.
Yeah, that's the one thing is like usually you get that blade mail for that exact reason. It's like you just go and you like use your spells, especially because like Senkin can't really control all of his damage. It's just gonna be coming out naturally, and then Sven can also, you know, the cleave will naturally hit other people. Control that so much. But yeah, it's hard because then like Potato maybe treats himself as a different hero as well, right? So ideally you want to be able to start the fight as a Clockwork, and then Void can counter-initiate. But what's been happening in a lot of these situations, it's Void walking up with the Shadow Blade trying to start the fight, and he just dies.
Yeah.
So I think they should be doing it the opposite way. I think Potato needs to just try to hook shot in, and then hope that DC kind of like stacks on top of it, and then they get the follow-up from the Void. Because the Global will probably be expended instantly as soon as Clock goes. It's very hard to take those fights though, still. Playing into Global and taking team fights versus Global is a very difficult thing always. They've got Guardian Greaves at least now on Lumic, so he can move it from himself. But other than that, they've got no other Lotus Orbs just yet to remove it off people. They've got BKBs, of course, on the court. Clockwork's building toward that Lotus next. Playing very farming-oriented, though, on this Clockwork. They're not really looking to make plays on Execration. They're trying to make a play onto Potato now.
Yep, jump forward from Mason. Lands the first stun. Does still somehow manage to get the force out as he gets forced back, but they've got the control in the Sprout. It's going to be Sam going down.
4F actually just trapped Bulba. Now on the side, Nando gets the Chrono onto Dubu.
They can get some more out of this. They put the BKB. Dubu should be a goner. Abed, he potentially is in trouble as well. Wheels up to remove the silence, but he gets stunned up. There's the control, and DC, oh no. What is going on? I mean, I got a little confused there when that Sprout and Flare was there. I was like, oh, they've got him. The Sprout, the Flare combo, and then I was like, hang on.
4M just sprouted Bulba.
Skyraph's not on the Nature's Prophet's side. What's happening?
He was trying to push Bulba out, but yeah, unfortunately keeps him stuck inside. Yeah, DC trying to go for the kill on Potato, but he's pretty durable. I mean, he has 31 armor on this Clockwork now, building up that plate, no Solar Crest, and beautiful Force Staff coming out from, I believe it was the Glitch. And they get a lot of kills out.
Yeah, they're going to get a good bit of push off the back of it as well. James, with the range to perform, take down a 2-2. Mason looking for Nando. Nando gets forced away. They've got the global silence. They do get the kill. Taking down one. They're going to get more out of this as well by the looks of it. Indeed, they get a pretty hefty cleanup.
Oh, Dubu just runs in. He's like, wait! Gets +4 in. Right when his team just cleans those up. Great jumps, though. Probably when like you're going for those type of sieges, this is the best play that a team can do. Is you have a teammate dead, and you just make that kind of jump when you're confident, because you know you have the damage anyway. Use the global, jump instantly, kill the Void. There's no way Execration expects that to happen. Puck is dead. It's all about the element of surprise.
The Lotus now finished on Potato as well, so a bit of save potentially against that Orchid. And the Puck silence, allowing Nando to have that second chance to get a Chrono out, even if he does not have the BKB ready.
Which one are you talking
about? Lotus on the clock now.
Oh yeah, Lotus on clock now. Yep. He's durable.
Back.
Very durable. Now you can remove the sound to up others. So. I mean, Potato is super farmed this game. We can't say he's not. He's got 218 CS as a damn Clockwork.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah, he has 50 more last hits than his Void. He was farming for quite a long time in that hard camp area on the left side.
Mason will be now looking for the Daedalus after that AC, and he is well on the way towards it. 3k gold in the bank, top of the CS of course, still on the Sven and net worth also 18,000. Frev very close behind me. Frev's been doing a great job as well, keeping those lanes pushed in consistently, picking up the farm, and he is going to be en route to have a pretty respectable timing on this Hex that he nearly has done.
Okay, cool. I remember you were saying like the Bloodthorn. I was thinking, I'm like, Bloodthorn's great, but they already have like the BKBs.
Yeah, they got waste. Yeah,
so
you're right.
Getting that Hex is definitely going to be like the guaranteed lockdown. Yeah, but yeah, there is a Lotus Orb as well that can remove the Hex. But yeah, this has been constantly DC just shoving the lanes in, forcing every single one in, and Execration unable to push them out at the same pace. DC gets a lot more of the map. They've got like 90% of the map to farm in comparison.
how heavy they want to go in with this push. I mean, Mason still has that money to spend. Probably not feeling too much pressure.
Yeah, they
DC,
probably
they can chill.
wait for the next rush, wait for next engagement happen. But same thing, they can perch themselves up on the high ground and hope that Execration kind of runs into them.
Actually got the full out Silver Edge now as well on Forever. And actually he's changing it up. Doesn't want to get the Hex. Now looking for BKB. So I mean, obviously the Silver Edge is going to be fairly nice. Help take down that DK.
Yeah, I mean Dragon's Blood is no
Yeah.
joke, especially once he hits level 25 with that double Dragon's Blood. That'll be very useful. So smoke coming out, Execration trying to take a fight here. All the lanes are pretty shoved in though. Clockwork showed bottom. Dubu might be the culprit here though. He showed for a moment. There's something here.
They may have to commit the
They
Chrono if
see
they want the
Dubu.
kill. Unless they get a few good bashes. I guess he's got the diffuser. Yeah, he doesn't need the Chrono. You're right, they get the chase
Now
down.
they
That's
get the
one
find in
down.
the back. Tato, Mason and Boba find the Clockwork, just quickly blow him up. No problem. And now Mason
He
goes for
wants
the
to
siege.
push, yeah. He's got the God Strength. He's straight up there. They do still have the Chronosphere. Fortification as well. Chain Frost gets thrown out. It'll clean out the creep wave at least, but that's going to be the Chain Frost gone. Mason ready to move back in, up to the high ground. Look at the tier 3. Outside of it all, the Chrono has been dropped, but it's ended up...
It didn't get anybody.
Wait. It didn't do anything, indeed. It just held back his own teammate. Nando will be lucky to get out, but...
Is that both BKBs as well? That was both
It
BKBs
looked like
from
not
the corners.
quite
That was
sure what
Chrono.
happened there, but that
Yes.
was not the play for Execration.
And everybody on DC's alive. They still have global too.
60 seconds without that Dragon Knight. That's a long time.
Big mistakes coming out from Execration there. DC capitalizing it big time. And now all the ults are used. How long do we have on Chrono then? So it's 72 seconds. And how long on Brush? It's a long spawn. They get a bit unlucky. 2 minute spawn for that one for DC. But either way, they still have absolute map control. Like we said, there's no great way for Execration to push lanes out. So Forev, as the Nature's Prophet, always just keeps pushing them in. Same thing with Abed. And they are always able to take the fights when they want to on the side of DC. Farm everything.
Mason very close to having a full Daedalus. And nearly that level 25 as well. Forev also the money to finish up that BKB if he so wishes. And still having a bit on top. And of course, Abed now looking to scale up with the Dagons. The game goes on. But yeah, definitely now this sizable lead for DC. 12k gold lead. Yeah, just a few mistakes starting to slip through the cracks from Execration. DC not slipping up one bit as we get into this later portion of the game.
They just have so many places to farm. They
Yeah.
have so much liberty and freedom on in this game. They're just like, okay, we can farm mid, we can farm top. Forev just keep pushing out bottom. Mason can farm jungle, while Execration is like desperately trying to push lanes out, but they keep emphasizing they just can't quickly. So all their movements are pretty telltale for DC.
Nando, of course, certainly starting to fall behind with this. The way he's been playing, and yeah, understandably so, he's been trying to make these chronos work, but it's just the fact that DC have been so well prepared for them.
Yeah.
As we saw there, even with the last one getting through, I believe he must have just landed it and then not caught out one of the stunners, and he was just held in place in that chrono, couldn't do anything, especially with the fact that he caught his own DK in the chrono as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been spending a lot of time just shadow bladed up looking for these pickoffs while it's a Clockwork kind of farming, which I feel like, the opposite is the ideal. You know, you want your Void to be getting more of that farm while the Clockwork looks for those pickoffs. But yeah, just look at we look at CS. Sometimes creep score doesn't matter so much, but Rage Potato 260 creep score to the 200 of his Void.
Yeah.
So he's been spending, said, a majority of his time farming, tried to get some pickups and they didn't work out. So maybe that's why he went back to the farming thing. But his Void is definitely suffering it because of it.
And he's going back for that. He's got the Blade Mail now, but it's a very late Blade Mail.
They see
pickup.
Nando. They have an Obs and a Sentry there. He's gonna just get brought down. They lose the vision for a second though, and he actually just pops BKB and he's able to get a decent chrono.
Can they get kills off the back of this though? They need more damage and they need it soon. James is there, the global comes out, and now DC, they could turn. The chrono's gone, Arbet jumps forward, gets the 2-man silence, Dream Call as well. Mystic Flare gonna be off the point, Mason gets the chance for the BKB and Goldstrike to come out. They've taken down Nando, they look towards the potato, they've lost RR on the Lich. Execration, 2 men down already. Dubu falling incredibly low, James still fighting strong though, and will be able to help them take down 2. They've found the Sven and the silencer. In fact, they may just get Bulba as well. He'll use himself up. They're going to be able to take down Sam. Double kill for James. Arbed hiding in the pit, trying to get himself out of there. Forev will manage to find the side kill onto Lumix Skywrath. But Execration into the pit. They did buy back, of course, with Nando for this one. They really want to get Roshan. And I think they may just be able to do it with DC having 3 members down. If they get Roshan the Aegis on Nando, that buyback is certainly worth it.
Forev should be porting bottom right away to be able to push his lanes out. Port mid, take the racks.
Yeah, he's gone. Going for the rat. Can Execration do anything to react to this one? They are playing around with Arbet. They may even get the kill.
But they're not getting the Rosh. It's like half HP, and now they lose a Rax. Arbet's just toying with them too. He's just making so much space during all this time.
Okay, and that just becomes absolutely not worth them.
And that was a void buyback too.
Yeah.
For him to try to go for that.
And they get the lesser trade, if trade at all. And as you say, they don't. The Roshan's still up. They've lost that Rax. Yeah, DC still keeping the cool despite that fight. We did see James doing a lot there. The AC and the Elder Dragon form, still not something that you can forget about.
Yeah, he was outside of the chrono, so he was able to wail on Mason. Mason got full duration chrono, then he got full duration dragon till stunned. He's about half HP, pops the God Strength BKB, Clockwork hookshots him, and Mason has no target, so Mason turns and starts hitting Clockwork, but right before that fight, Potato built Blade Mail. So he actually pretty much killed himself on the Blade Mail, so Mason got brought down pretty early in that fight, but it was Forev and Abed able to do enough work in the back lines. And now top tower dead, mid racks cleaned up, bottom tower took a decent beating as well. We have level 25 on Nature's Prophet, so double treant HP and damage for him to get that siege going.
Nando's in the pit. They do have chrono. They can try and fight around here and look to secure the Roshan.
DC's got everything, and they're even already... Forev's getting prepared to port top and go for those Raxes. He's already cancelled the TP once, he's starting it again.
It really is the rat potential that they've got to be worried about, Execration.
The backdoor is still on, though.
He's still taking it. And in fact, I mean, they're sticking around for Roche.
Mason finds the 2 supports.
Yeah, he comes in on the side with the BKB and the Godstrike. He's going to look towards James. James trying to man up. But Mason, can he do this? He's been disarmed. Backing away. Nando comes in, but there's Bulba setting up for the triple kill. And this may all be over for Execration as they start falling apart. Forev still there with the rat, with the split push. Potato is down. A second set of racks gone. The clock will buy back. But DC can pretty much clean up the base now. 25k gold lead. They don't even need to stick around for Roshan. They just come in for the glory, come in for the kills. And DC, similar to the series we saw last, just being the team to make the smarter calls and at the end of the day, just the numerous outplays as they make the better moves and Execration struggle to keep up.
Yeah, I think that's a very good summation of it. I think also they have a draft that, I'll keep saying it, I know Blitz is one that really likes to say this because it's very true. They can keep the lanes pushed in all the time, so DC's always able to take the better fights, and Execration they feel kind of in a desperate maneuver because they're like, all the lanes are constantly throwing at us. We need to just smoke up and go, but it's kind of obvious, so DC purchased themselves on high ground. But yeah, I think we also said it. They did have a little bit of a strange draft. Potato farmed a lot, Void got under farmed. The 2 supports fall off very hard. BKBs get picked up, and Skywrath, Lich just become very irrelevant. And then on top of that, Dubu's globals were pretty on point this game.
Yeah, great silence pick. And of course the Sven.
And the Sven. Yeah, Sven just looking amazing.
Good, yeah. Especially into the hands of people like Rezo and Mason.
Yeah.
Who are incredibly good at finding that farm, knowing when to turn up to the fights. And yeah, despite Execration's best efforts, they will drop game 1. DC taking the victory. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be back for game 2 to see what goes on then. We'll see you in a minute.